pause and react real quick.
Concerned about that for him.
Game 2, chat. Game 2, lock in.
Juki's going to be contested yet again by Vitality here over by bioweapons. And actually, both teams have sent just 2 players here, potentially trying to avoid entire team squad wipes, as we saw happen yesterday. Patsuka's just going to hold this middle room. This was the top Slayer in solos, a player who I spoke to in the elevator, actually, in the hotel. And he said Resurgence doesn't suit us. A lot of teams looking at these guys
PR on
no
Rebirth?
longer as an underdog, but more of like a dark horse contender.
What's my PR, chat?
They're just not finding their feet
do I
here
have a
just
command
yet.
for it?
BSL, we saw them take this fight.
Chat, what's your most kills on Rebirth?
Of that last time, and well, they are here now at the beginning of the game as Bagel flies
Bagel's
forward,
on his ass.
sidewinder in hand, takes down Aydan. BSL causing some trouble, being a thorn in the side for Twisted Minds yet again.
Liam will finish off Gorgo and will get him
17
to spare. So 2v1, potentially 3v1 situations. Twisted Minds try and recover. Whether or not they send that yet again. Juki's gets bullets in the
got no
back.
plates.
We'll have just a moment to plate, and look who's arriving. It's the new icons looking to try and essentially third-party this situation. Juki's stuck between a rock and a hard place as Enxian
22, 24. A lot of y'all got 20s. All right, everyone's a demon.
New icons trying to make it mix in. They're not the only teams. The Singapore Syndicate are arriving in numbers.
Oh, this is not what you like to see. 3-party, 4th party. Let's see what happens. Drake trying to be able to hit the Swagg cancel, but it's a little bit hard when it's a 2v1, but look who's from behind.
They might get wiped. They might get wiped.
Who's able to kind of make some trades going on in. So a flurry of eliminations happening here at Bioweapons as Enxian seems to be the only player from Vitality still alive. But it's hard to survive.
Got doubled up.
Got the double chow of Believe and his friend.
I gotta say, the way they've played that out is beautiful. Believe and Dongi essentially go off by themselves, push this, trying to essentially third-party this entire building. Whereas Intex, he's anchored off towards Chem. He's stayed out of the fight just in case his 2 boys lose it, and of course they don't because they are absolutely cooking this afternoon.
I actually really like that Intex is staying over there at Chemical for
30 on
reason,
rank play, Crimson Lobby. God
if they
damn.
do lose that fight at Bioweapons and they have to regain, Chemical has just so much loot available to it that you can kind of land back on in. They can kind of feel good about their weapons, and if they want to push back on over to Bio,
So chat, today 7 teams get eliminated. So I think there's a couple teams on like the cusp. Like,
so I love that they're able to do that, but I love that we see this in the SEC arena. The zone is shrinking now. Players, they got to start to move as the zone kind of pulls a little bit towards that southwest.
It does indeed, and that would mean everyone that was fighting over by
Crucial,
Bio
what in the
have
world?
a rotation on their hands, and Destroy here themselves trying to hit their own rotation up through headquarters. Got to consider though, there's a lot of rooftops around it. You're also kind of exposed, and Destroy has company here.
40-year-old dad that plays casually. My PR's 13. Hey, bro, it's all good.
Field. Destroy actually just going to check on out, regroup with his teammate here, try and set up some.
I know that dopamine during that 13 was crazy.
Nude flying just across the road.
Yeah, trying to look over there towards that grandma's house, a little bit up here towards what I like to call grandpa's, because well, they're right next to each other, so that's a-okay.
It's cute.
Yeah, it's a little bit, you know. So they're trying to just go ahead and hold on.
Grandpa's.
Here. A little bit of a breathing moment, it feels like, here in the map as the kill feed lights on up as I say that. As they go on through. Noobs, Fnatic, Almond and Skullface, teammates nearby
Shifty's
already.
here.
They're just kind of maybe trying to grab a little bit of a hold. Currently sitting on 4 eliminations already, though. Falcons currently sitting on the boat, as we've seen them do outside of Factory. Moving on in. Could potentially run into BSL here, though.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is one of the kryptonite.
Wow, Shifty runs stuns.
Yesterday, Seymour just called out down on the desk, and it definitely wouldn't have been something that we would have expected, but this playstyle that they have, Soka sits in Stronghold, Shifty and Biffle go off on their merry way, and they were actually running straight through AG Global because we got this afternoon.
I mean, it's smart to run stuns, no bullshit.
Like they're having that problem yesterday today after winning map 1, but Donkey here, a lot of company in industry, and we'll find Tommy and Alula here. He's got off to a solid start over by Bio, but not going to be enough as Doggy snaps.
Oh my God, Doggy's team.
And continuing his impressive map 1 performance, and also going to go back and pick up his teammate Intex.
Doggy's
I don't know if we got any
team.
first responders or medical people here in the building, but you might want to go give Lennon some ankle tape because his ankles do not exist anymore.
Aww.
They are deleted. That clip alone probably
He is
shows why
bouncing on
Donkey
it. Chill
went
out.
huge in that last map.
Vitality, by the way, looking to third-party this, looking to essentially squeeze, but it's going to be far too late. You're going to have your Singapore Syndicate set up and able to push on out. Stuo gets backed on down towards the beaches. So Enxian, Patsuka trying to push this themselves, and we saw last time that just didn't work out for them. So we've got to be very careful about how they approach this. Moving back on towards Guild. They did a good job around Prison last time, looking to repeat
Yeah, Roddy, that was
here.
crazy. They bouncing on it.
Love but they're able to do that. They were made it towards the end. We saw King AJ try and win that last final fight. It just wasn't enough, though. They had a great map yesterday. Looking to do the same here today. We see King AJ getting a little bit aggressive.
Easy.
We'll answer back on to this Team Vitality. This Team Vitality is an enigma. They haven't been able to really find it this game.
No, it's just not been a strong start, and they were sat in 12th coming into this afternoon.
That's
Their
not
kills
good.
were actually pretty good, averaging 10.5 across the afternoon. However, an average placing of 8th. So they're just not getting themselves through to those late stages. When you get
That boy
put in a
Samir
blender
just
like
stair
that,
glitching.
like Guild, you can see exactly why. And speaking of which, Guild here on your screen, and no surprise that Prison is going to be hotly contested. One of the teams that has moved into this area, Dandro, the SGP Syndicate, and we know what they've been doing.
Peter Griffith's for sure
SGP
here, no
Syndicate,
question
one
about
thing
it.
I just don't want them to overheat a little bit. It's easy to kind of get in your own head to try and maybe think that you're the kings of the lobby. Nobody can stop you. Next thing you know, you're kind of getting slammed, and it's not very fun. So Vitality a little bit on the regain here towards that ammo stash house that I called. As you can see, Enxi and Patsuka starting to make their way up towards that prison. One thing to note here, we got Twisted Minds. They've kind of laid home to the factory. They're holding on in as they, I
What's the
believe,
coffee you're
your
drinking?
kill leaders so far in
Sugar-free
this
ice
lobby
vanilla latte.
on
That's shit I'm on.
Yeah, indeed. Syndicate sit on 7, Falcons on 8. And
Got Dongy.
here needs to make something
Damn.
happen. He has to himself, finds the third, but Rodrigo falls in the background, so he's got to try and provide coverage. Matty here trying to hit the res. We'll get it on through, which will give them a moment to just reset. Put a surprise story on our screen here yesterday, but
It's hot.
on map 1, we didn't really see too much in the way of positive news. And we get a flick on over. We find Fnatic. We talked about how impressive they looked yesterday. And you've got one player providing coverage from the Lighthouse, and you've also got players going towards top prison, and Skullface finds Liam.
I think Skull's looking to get a little aggro. Yeah, you find the down. You want to be able to get that clean up. Immediately turns his sights towards Factory. Knight's on top. Has to scurry away a little bit. Skull staying a little bit patient here, saying, you wanna check this again? You wanna throw me a shoulder here, bud? I'll make sure you don't make that happen. Love the beauty of the trophy that we see there. What everybody is competing for. We're looking for our top 14 teams to make it to finals to have their chance to hoist that themselves.
Okay.
There we are indeed. 4 teams out here by Circle 3. Those 4 teams being Al Ula, one of the bubble squads that we're talking about. The Gaming Gladiators that continue to struggle. The Singapore Syndicate that had a great game last time out, but fall here. And then the new
Biff and them are
Icons,
chilling.
again, another little bit of a surprise yesterday, but slow start here on day 2. And those sides will sit and watch on as we see Guild here get pushed up close and actually take a stun, and the stun actually connects with everybody. Skullface escapes as such. Wars is here to reach out. AJ and Vision to try and push on up.
Noobs, though, on the outside. You see kind of a little bit of a battle here with StuKX. The smoke goes down, hits some shots through it. We'll be able to find StuKX. Noobs doing a great job of playing a little of the old bait and switch, as I like to call it. The smoke coming on out, thinking that he's just trying to be able to play for some cover, not expecting bullets to come on through, but look at this, King AJ laying in wait, trying to be able to sneak their way, maybe potentially onto the roof. Guild making a similar play like we saw from them yesterday.
Brad, 4.
You've got Allman sat in that tower watching on over, so you've got to be careful about how you push that one out. Na'Vi, the squad that
The finals are tomorrow.
watching out for, are pushing their way through the living quarters region. And they've actually got company in Team Destroy. You might well have company as well from Team Falcon, so all of a sudden you're trapped between a rock and a hard place because Destroy's going to return some fire. Actually, I agree with this play. Get out, regroup with your teammate. You've got Raul available to you, and Nate Dogg still has 10 seconds of resurgence time.
Brad, I need Black Ops 6
I like this kind
ASAP.
of
No
Destroy.
cap.
They make the little bit of a heat check, and they say, we don't want to commit to this. We don't have
I need
to
to
spend
feel
our time
something.
trying to take this fight. Let's go ahead. Let's back on up to this building, sort of regroup as a team, figure out what we want to do. We can see Bagel does get taken out by the Twisted Minds, and, well, Na'Vi for now. They got control of this big building, but the Falcons are lurking. They are
What up,
on
Wavy
the
Sean? What's up, Lurking? How you doing?
They are indeed. And that is a terrifying phrase for absolutely anybody. And you got to think that after coming out on top yesterday and then absolutely smashing through map 1, that leash that they might have been on from Soka trying to anchor might have been lengthened just a little bit. And have your fun, boys. We're through to tomorrow. That's what matters. Biffle here looking to play through control center. There's actually going to be no one relatively nearby. So that gives you a moment to loot up, ensure you have everything you need to consider endgame.
Yeah, they basically have this entire outside of zone on the sort of northwest side of the map completely to themselves, all right? So we have a couple of teams, though, that are starting to make their way into zone. A lot of buildings that you can hold on through here. Team Destroy kind of trying to grab a couple of these houses. We have MWIII grabbing the main big one. BSL looks like they've laid it in the water. They're trying to make some sort of regain. Twisted Minds, though, they've opted towards that factory side to try and hold out some of these people, maybe having to come down from headquarters.
Get his games today. Yeah.
One of the rotations that is going to be very difficult here with
Brad, bad. I'm talking bad. I need Black Ops 6 bad.
And we know that we have Team
Bad
Destroy
as
over
shit.
there. We also know that we have MWIII. Twisted Minds just try and keep an eye on things. Then again, apologies, next circle could actually squeeze up. So Twisted Minds trying to edge their bets a bit by just sitting one side and hoping it pulls towards them. We saw that same kind of look for MWIII yesterday, and actually on the other side of the circle. So if luck repeats itself, then they will have their own rotation.
Apply pressure for the membership.
Looking on over, it feels like you've got an ant's nest just below you, but when do you strike? When do you kick it and send everyone sprawling?
Yeah, I love that they're kind of sitting up here. It feels like Falcons potentially could maybe make a really easy third party between Guild and Vitality if that does break on out. Vitality just kind of hanging
So
on
I would
out
never
here,
compete in
waiting for
CSGO
Guild to kind
too?
of throw the
Would I
shoulder
ever?
peek
Nah,
there.
hell no.
Head on out. Maybe you get a good angle, but a little bit of just wait right now. But look at this Team Falcons. They made their way to the top of this building.
Shifty
They're
got
looking to get
7.
a little aggressive here, Enigma, as this is going to be an absolute bloodbath if we see this break on out.
It is. And the thing is as well, the Falcons aren't even in zone yet, but I just don't think they care, because Shifty, he's on 7. He's tearing through anything that steps out in front of him. You got to assume that you can hear that Guild lineup just beneath you. And look who's arriving there. Vitality just going to be scoring
this team's
underneath.
selling.
Shifty
No,
actually
this team's
spots
selling.
one, gets the crack, but not the finish. The stun will connect. Covering stun, whoever that was, just saved their teammate's life. And Shifty go trying to escape here, but will take bullets in the back, and the circle, is squeezing. You've only got moments here, and you've got to assess your situation and fly.
Yeah, I really want to see what the Falcons are going to do here. You're playing in the zone. You're
Yeah,
taking
Biff and
a
him
lot
got a
of
chalk
damage right now.
rotation.
Gas mask only for Biffle and Soka right now. So Shifty will start taking a little bit of that as they're able to hold on to the side. Guild also kind of playing a similar situation here, knowing that maybe they can bring down the
But they
Falcons.
got PDSs
I'm worried
too.
though, Enigma, if either of these teams need to make it on down, you have a lot of squads that are looking up at you.
You do. Falcon buy themselves some time with the PDS plays, but the problem you have is at some point you've got to move, and if any team is set up and waiting for you to arrive, you're just going to be a sitting duck.
They got a slide.
Twisted Minds, again, set up in good positions. There is another PDS coming out of the Falcons. Actually, zone will pull slightly more favorable, but they've just got to continue to buy time for now. Yet another PDS. C4 goes out. We've lost Shifty. Soka and Biffle will have to do it by themselves if they're going to repeat, and Soka's looking to push.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we were
He
kind of worried
re-knocked
about.
him.
With
Oh,
that Guild
shit.
is going to try and hold them on through, but it kind of looks like a little bit of a third party from Na'Vi. They're going to go ahead and wipe that team off of the map. This is, I don't know, this is just feeling awkward. I mean, I'm looking at our mini-map over here. Team Falcons, they are literally still on the other side of
I don't know. I don't
headquarters
understand
trying
how
to
they're still in the.
Must have been running about 19 PDSs to make this work. I'll be completely honest. There was
Wow.
comments on the timeline yesterday, and Shifty comes back in and lands directly on top of Twisted Minds. Knight's making a lot of noise, but might not be aware that Shifty's slightly above him. Got to be careful because you've also got players arriving.
There's no way
from
Biff and him win this
Na'Vi.
game, right?
You're going to have Destroy happening on the edge here. Just
There's
hoping
no
to pick
way they
things
win
up.
this
Aydan's
game.
going to get pushed. Aydan takes plenty of damage from the PA, and as the PA rings back out again, there's just enough coverage, but Levi finds Shifty.
Oh my
looking to
God.
move their way on in. Bunker Buster dealing some insane damage.
He has a
Soka just
PA,
trying to
he has
play
a
his life.
PA,
Snakes are in, the
PA,
form looks
Soka.
good. You see Knight down below. Soka will go ahead, clean that up. Levi taking on out.
Oh
He
my
is
God, they're
just
gonna win this
absolutely
game.
reaping the rest of this
They
lobby.
won the
Yet
game. They
again,
won a game,
back to
bro.
back.
Chat.
Yeah.
They
Give
won
them
a
the
game.
praise. Give them the hype. They are here. I think they ended
won
that
a
game
game?
on 15, 16. I'm seeing 15, baby. 30-point game. Back-to-back dubs. We were questioning how many games are going to take for them to heat up. Yeah,
Bro.
it's going to take 0.
Bro, there's no way they win again.
Bro, did you see how long they were in gas for?
Oh my God, I cannot believe they just won again, bro. What in the fuck did I just see?
Bro, how many PDSs did they have?
I don't even know. They had like I think they killed the team. They had like 6 like available.
I thought they were going to be in so much trouble at one point there, but the PDS plays come on.
Let me go see if A's up. Let's see this fool.